Today's conversation is really about something I believe more people need to be thinking about. How do you create multiple streams of income without feeling like you have to completely start your life over? My guest today is Donald Grant, a realtor with 9 years of experience, and he also works as a restoration specialist. So we're going to talk a lot about that. We're going to talk about his journey into real estate, the role of faith, mindset, the value of coaching, homeownership, protecting your assets, and how he has created multiple income opportunities within his industry, how they're naturally working together. Donald, can we say money, money, money?
Money, money, money,
Can we say money? You have found it.
money.
I welcome you. I welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
thank
you.
you very much for saying yes.
Thank you for the invitation, Lorie. I mean, I think what you're doing in this community is amazing. I think exposure is everything. And I've watched quite a few of your podcasts. I glean a lot from them. So to be on here is an honor. So thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. Well, let's get things started at the beginning and let's get to know a little bit more about who you are. Before real estate, who was Donald Grant?
Donald Grant is a young man. I'm the youngest of three boys. I was raised by a single mom. And I grew up typical male testosterone. I was an outstanding basketball player. I went
Nice.
to school on a full basketball scholarship. I played Division I basketball. I was recruited by many schools in the country.
Okay.
I went to Potomac High School. I grew up in PG County, born and raised, graduated from Potomac High School. I'm a product of PG County. My mom
Yes.
raised me in the church. I had a drug problem very early. She drugged me to church. She was a church woman. She drugged me. She was a musician. She played for five choirs in the church. So my whole life was church and sports. I played every sport.
Yeah.
I fell in love with basketball. We grew up. I never owned a home. My mom lived in an apartment. The first home I ever owned or ever really was in was the one I bought on my
Mhm.
own when I was 26 years old. So I understand the process. So I'm a product of hard work,
Yeah.
discipline. I coached. I finished playing basketball I started off at Old Dominion University and then I finished at American University and I got my master's degree in criminal justice along with my bachelor's because I was a basketball coach in
Hmm.
college. And then I've just been an avid coach my entire life. I've been a Christian. I've been leading people. I learned how to follow, and then I became a natural leader. And that's what led me into my life. I've always
Yeah.
been a very good follower. I've been very good at identifying greatness in other people in different areas. And I've learned to mimic that within my natural personalities that are still being revealed to me daily. So it's been a very fun journey, Lorie. So all of that is how I'm wired and
That's how you got here.
that's how I got here.
Well, I've seen a lot on your Instagram and your Facebook as far as a lot of the coaching. So now it makes sense, coach, as far as why you always call me coach. It's very easy for you, but you've been the coach all this time as well for others.
Because I've
Well,
always been coached my whole life.
I
So it's
see that.
natural. And then once I became an adult, I started giving back immediately. So once you give back, you immediately become a coach. So I
Yeah.
became a coach at a very early age because my mom taught me how to give back. So I
Mm,
was giving back to people much older than me at a much younger age.
I love that.
And
I
that's
love that.
how it becomes natural. That's how you know it's something, it's a gift that you can control, meaning you can grow it and you can really
Gotcha.
make it work for
So
people.
you're in Prince George's County now. So what made you get into real estate? How did that come about?
I always wanted to get my real estate license, Lori, but throughout my journey in sales, corporate sales, I was hopping. I was always very, very successful. So I didn't have the time to get my license. But I bought five homes before I got my license. So I
Mm-hmm.
went through that process. I was investing in homes, but I just didn't have the time to get my license. And then as I started really looking at things and what I wanted my life to be about and what I was passionate about and what really made sense, I said, man, the only thing that I found that's rock solid is real estate
Yeah.
because it's just like so then I said, you know what, I'm gonna get my license. So I was very busy. I was making more money than I'd ever made in my life to this point. And I carved out the time. The Spirit of God spoke to me and told me at my pinnacle to get your real estate license. So I said, okay, so just my personality. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it big. So I got Maryland, DC, and Virginia.
All of it.
I failed them all at least twice. I
There
failed
you go.
3 times. But because I'm made right, I knew what I wanted. And now I've sold multiple homes, listing and selling in Maryland, DC, and Virginia, and roofing the same way. So
Yeah.
God
And
is
you,
good. And, I'm winning every day and I'm helping people.
I love that.
The
I
way
think
I
when we
want
first
to
met,
help.
I think when we first met in the office, I loved your drive. And I knew, like, all right, he's somebody that we can pretty much connect with. So I love the fact that you do what you need to do, no matter what, no matter what. So
Absolutely.
keep it going, keep it going. So that's everything in real estate that got you going. Let's talk a little bit about anything else touching that, which I think is most important and has to do with mindset.
Absolutely. So
How
mindset is
important,
everything.
how important for you has your faith been in your decisions with your business and life?
First of all, I know my steps are ordered by God. So I pray, I'm led by the Spirit of God. So God orders my steps, and I'm bold and courageous enough to bet
Hmm.
on me and follow the steps that God has ordered for me. So failure is
Absolutely.
never an option for me because I've been raised on discipline. And faith is just acting on what you believe. And
Mm.
I've always been successful because your mindset, your attitude will determine your altitude.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago, Lorie, that the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. So it's all about a mentality. You have to have that winning mentality. That's why my motto for my company is winning vision realty. I don't lose, I learn
I love that.
because it's all about performing yourself. And most of us will admit, Lorie, if we knew better, we would do better. So I consciously force myself to know more because
Yeah.
because there's two things, Lorie, that what's going to make you successful or unsuccessful, and it's your will and your skill.
Hmm.
Will is what are you willing to do? How bad do you really want it?
Yeah.
Are you willing to push through the adversity? See, I've never had it easy, but I've always ate good.
Yeah. And I think that skill set has a lot to do with people getting into the business. They sometimes just get into it because they can sell. So in your opinion, how much is entrepreneurship skill set and how much is it mindset?
I think, well, to me, I think it's mindset number one
Me too.
because
I agree.
you don't have the mindset. I don't care how skillful you are. So
Hmm.
my mindset is different. I'm a consultant. I'm not a salesperson. What I do is solve problems. So I solve real estate problems for people and I solve roofing and housing problems for people. And
Yeah.
I serve. So I learned how to serve all my life.
Yes.
People would have thought that since I was the youngest, I would have been spoiled, but I was the oldest youngest. My oldest brother was 19 years older than me, and I was more mature than him.
Mm.
My other
Oh my
brother
goodness.
3.5 because my mom, I was a point guard. A point guard
Yeah.
assists.
You always been at work.
Yeah, he serves. So what I'm saying is sales is about serving people. And I think people get into real estate not understanding that. They get into it
Absolutely.
because of selfish desires. They want to make money. They look at my page. They see I'm
That's it.
making all of these sales. Well, Lorie, I didn't make all of these sales when I first started. It's about connecting and never giving up. And that's when your will and your skill meet because you and I, we used to see each other at meetings all the time, always sharpening our sword. And
That's
what
right.
I do now, I'm the
In a notebook,
the
ready,
front.
taking notes.
Yeah, hey, a short pencil is better than a long memory any day.
I
I'm
love
always,
that.
and people up close get the most. I'm always sitting in the front.
Yes, you
Who
do.
am I
This man
go
is
to?
always sitting up front,
People
if
up
not
close get
anything
the
else.
most because I want it that bad. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want anybody to get it before me
I got it. I
because I
got it.
don't want to give myself no excuse. Because if we all in the same room, I'm sitting up front. There's no reason why I shouldn't win.
You
That's where
got it.
skill comes into play.
I love that. So and we're entrepreneurs and we have the same mindset as far as 80% is mindset, 20% is the skill set. And I had to learn that going through network marketing. I had to go through just standing in front of rooms that are just like you said, with people bigger than me. I had to learn it's not just about the money is going to come, but your mindset has to be focused on how can I serve more people in order for the money to come. That takes a shift. And not a lot of people get into the business thinking that way. They're just thinking, I just need to make 50,000. Like even as a coach, yeah, I want to know how much money you desire to make, but your mindset has to be focused on how many families can I get in to a home? How many families can I help fix their credit? So I'm glad that you mentioned that and confirmed that it's totally about mindset, no matter what business that you're rocking in.
Before we get back to the conversation, I want to introduce myself. I'm Lorie Woodruff, your business building coach, and I help people turn their ideas, experience, and expertise into real income opportunities. If you're ready for more income, but you're not quite sure what your next move might be, my VIP intensive day is exactly what you're looking for. We spend 6 to 8 private hours together. Yes, just you and me, not in a group, clarifying your idea, building your strategy out, and using AI technology to bring that business to life. It's time. So if this sounds like the support you've been looking for, and this is your year, no more waiting, and next year I'm going to do all this, make sure you check the description below and get all the details to get part of the VIP intensive day. I'll see you on the inside. Now, let's get back to the conversation. It's pretty good.
Got it. Seasons. We go through different seasons as entrepreneurs. So were there seasons when things were not moving as quickly as you wanted? And how did your faith keep you going?
Oh yeah. I mean, my faith is my faith. My faith is not a spare tire. I don't go to my faith when things are bad or good or whatever. I live by faith.
Yeah.
So it never bothered me at all because a lot of people think that there's only 4 seasons. But Laura, you know that there's really 6 seasons. They
Tell
sound
me about it.
and they're different. They're
Tell me
called
about it.
due season. Do. D-O. You got to do the work first, and then
Yeah.
D-U-E. A lot of
That's it.
people get it confused. And I started my first entrepreneurial business when I was 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I had a master's degree and I was going door to door selling vacuum cleaners. Back then, I was selling a vacuum cleaner for $1,700. It used water. There was a lot of benefits to it. But my competition, Dirt Devil, was selling for $150, and
Oh,
Kirby would sell for like $1,000.
I remember Kirby.
And I won all the time because of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I worked my way up, and those same principles that I learned in business, how to make it through those hard seasons, those seasons where sales seems like they're not coming, where, it just seems like nothing's working.
Yeah.
But it's about, you got to trust the process
Yeah.
because your people that have naturally green grass that is really organic, they use the same thing on their grass, water. They don't use gas one day, oil the next day, kerosene.
Right.
They use water, but they put skill additives with the water, with the gardening.
It's a
We have
process.
to know how to mix all of the ingredients together, and we have to be not too small to do something that's too big, and we can't be too big as an entrepreneur to do something too small. I've driven
Yeah.
Uber, Instacart, DoorDash, what
Same here.
because I need to make ends meet until I can really find my niche and my passion to really serve people
Mm-hmm.
and in turn benefit at the same time. My motive is to help people. The money is going to come. My
Gotcha.
motive is to help people. And the more skillful and willful I get, I'm connecting people all the time. That's
Yeah.
helping people. In turn, that makes my service more valuable to
That's the part of serving. And that was my word. I write goals out at the top of the year. And then of course I look at those goals every single day. The top word, and it's wild that you said that, but my word for the year is serve. And when you focus on that, then that keeps you focused on it's nothing else. It's not about anything else, but it's just how can I serve this person better? So even as a coach, you're a coach, I'm a business coach, you're a fitness, not a fitness, but more so basketball coach. It's still keeping their mindset together. So
Yeah,
even with coaching
I'm
along the
actually a life
way,
coach too, Lori. That's another stream that I have. So I'm a real
mhm,
life coach as well. So
you just check the boxes, y'all. Check the boxes. You've
I just
had coaching
talk.
and
Let's talk. Don't just limit
yeah,
me to a basketball coach. I'm all
all of it. I love that. When did you start getting into life coaching?
just through life because I started doing it as a passion. The same way
Mhm.
I started doing real estate as a passion. The same way I started restoration services. God just led me there, but it's natural. Every piece of real estate has a roof. every roof is a piece of real estate. They intertwine. I have a passion for it all. I have a fascination for it. Now I'm always looking at roofs. Oh, what kind of roof is that? Oh, what kind of
You're
exhaust?
more aware now.
Or what kind of problem is that causing when I see a bad roof? So that's what I do. I solicit the assistance of people to allow me to help them.
And as a
That's
coach,
passion.
that's a gift.
Yeah,
And you've had coaching along the way, real estate coaching along the way. What has
still
coaching
do.
helped you see or do that you probably wouldn't have done on your own?
Everything. Nobody is the most, everybody needs a coach. Coaching helped me with processes. Coaches help me think outside the box. Coaches help me push beyond what I think I'm capable of doing. Coaches help me see it big. See, coaches see the potential in you and they make you see the potential in you. And what you
Yeah,
focus on is going to expand. So I focus on my potential. That's what drives me every day. That's why you be like, man, you so driven. Lorie, every day I wake up, it's another opportunity for increase. It's
yeah,
another opportunity for me to help somebody. And as I help people, my life gets better. Now my business has gone portable. I'm doing it. I'm doing it in North Carolina, and it's
hmm,
natural. And it's a gift that I have that I'm realizing, coupled with entrepreneurship and what we'll get
hmm,
into later,
yeah.
multiple revenue streams, which are like relationships, which are like bridges. Imagine how limited we would be if we only had one bridge.
I don't even want to know about that. But
So that's how most people are with just one stream of income. It's like
right.
having one bridge. Why not have
Well,
multiple bridges?
I believe in that. You know it. So
No,
let's talk about real estate. Yeah, I totally believe it. And I want us to talk more about that. Let's talk about real estate for a moment before we transition into the multiple streams of income. As a realtor, you're in Maryland, DC, and Virginia, yes?
yes, correct.
All right, great. So people can always make sure that they get that representation, Maryland, DC, and Virginia.
Yes.
What does homeownership represent to you beyond the walls and in just a place to live? What does homeownership
Great
look
question,
like to you?
Lorie. Number one, it represents stability. Whenever you own anything, it's going to give you more control.
Hmm.
So you're not really into the game. You can't play Monopoly without being able to build. That means you have
Right.
a home. So a home will establish a legacy for you. It can be a cash cow for you. It can be collateral for you. It's probably one of the few things that you'll ever purchase that time has proven that will
Yeah.
be more later than it is today. So it would behoove anyone that had people always ask me, man, is it a good time to buy? I say, how much money do you have? Can you afford? If you can
Right.
afford to, it's a good time to buy.
Always.
One thing that they're not making more of is land. So when you buy property, the land comes with it.
Hmm.
So he who owns the gold rules. So you can parlay home ownership so quick and change the value because it's all about maximizing the dollar. If we all get
Yes.
the same amount of money, choices have invoices, and life will give
I
you
love that.
receipts.
I love that. I love that. Y'all got to write that one down. Can I steal that one?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's mine. I'll say Donald. This was by Donald,
Well, see,
Donald
that's
said.
a part of the servant. See, it used to be like, I don't care about credit now because everybody get it from somebody.
Donald
Nobody
said.
prevents anything. Don't even say I heard it from Donald, but he probably got it from somebody else because I did.
Say it one more time. Choices.
Choices have invoices,
I
and
love it.
life will yield receipts.
Mm, that one's on the screen. That one is on a t-shirt.
Put it on there. Put it on there.
I want you to think about a story because people love to hear the negative things online about real estate, and it's not a good time, and TikTok and YouTube, all that. Can you think about a time when someone came to you and they said, Donald, I'm renting. Tell me why it's a good time to buy. And they actually bought and they saw the benefit of it.
Yeah, I had plenty of stories. Most
Yeah.
of my buyers are first-time home buyers, and they were renting for eons. It's all about what we talked about earlier, mentality. It's a mindset. So it's about me as a coach educating them.
Right.
I just have the conversation with them, and I meet them where they are. Men, women, boys, and girls lie, but numbers don't. I can
Right.
show anybody based upon numbers how
Hmm.
it makes far more financial sense to
Yes.
buy. I don't care what the price is. It's much better to buy than rent. You have complete control.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you when you're going to move. They
Right.
can't do this, they can't do that. And if times got hard, you can take cash from it. You can't go to
Yes.
your landlord if times get hard and say,
Never.
I want a rent loan.
Right.
But you can
Never.
get a home equity loan.
They're like, sir,
You can't
ma'am,
go to
you
you
could
can't go to
leave if
your
you want.
landlord. Yeah, you can't go to your landlord and say,
Mm-mm.
hey, you know what? I've been living here for 10 years. I've been paying you, and you've been going up every year. I want to
Right.
get like such and such for every year. You can't do that, but guess what you can do if you own a home? Your rent, your mortgage is going to be set, and after 10 years, you can sell it. So,
Or refinance, working with
do
a lot of
whatever.
clients now that can refinance and pull some of the equity out.
You can do a multitude of things. Back to your point, that's what I walk people through. And then people have been scarred through first time home buyers have been scarred through other people's experiences. And they've been
Yes.
shaped because
Yeah.
they haven't done it. They're first
Hmm.
time home buyer.
Hmm.
So it's hard. It's the law of first mention sometimes. So that's
Yeah.
why it's important for you and I and people that are in the same industry to be patient with people because
Yeah.
us as servants might water. Another one of us might have been the one that planted the seed. And then another one of us might be the one later on to get the sale. But we should all be happy. Lorie, when I check the market, I'm always rejoicing when sales go up because in my mind, I see people being helped. You know me, I'm
Yeah.
very excited about your closing and anybody's closing because I
Yeah.
know
We celebrate each other.
we celebrate
That's a
because
big
not
deal.
because of what we winning, because of
Mm-mm.
we know, man, it's hard out here to convince and help people.
Yeah.
The
From
better we
beginning
are
to
helping
end.
people, we clapping. So that's
Yeah.
that's my reason.
So I sell, and I believe big in that as a coach and just as a human being. I believe in celebrating because I know what it's like from first conversation to that client getting keys, and for you and the real estate community to work that hard. So yeah, we should be celebrating more.
It's
Instead,
nerve-wracking. Buying a home is stressful. Selling a
no
home
lies,
is
no
stressful.
lies.
So it's important for me to be the thermostat for them and
Yeah.
not a thermometer.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of things going on. And one of the things I know I have to always remember is 26 years for me, 9 plus for you. When it comes down to the industry, I have to always, Donald, remember this like this is my first time. You know what I mean? I'm not talking over the client, talking the big words and industry talk. I'm remembering all the fears, all the anxiety, what it feels like to be a first time buyer. And that's what keeps me humble in my space. That, it's not just a transaction, it's about tell me what's important. And so there needs to be more of you out here making sure that people get what they need and having a good experience with it. It's not just about
Yeah.
taking pictures at the end of the day. It's about that experience where somebody says, there's no one else out there but Donald. You've got to get his number because he's going to treat you with care. So
That's
into real estate, let's talk about the restoration because as we're talking more about multiple streams of income, you got into restoration. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure, I got into it a little over 4 months ago. Never
Hmm.
considered it. Real estate was slow, was going through different seasons in my life. I needed
Hmm.
something with a base salary. I needed
Yeah.
something with benefits. I needed something that I can do in combination with real estate because
Yeah.
real estate wasn't going to take a back seat to
Right.
anything. That was always my passion. Went online, found the opportunity, went for an interview, and I loved it. So, Lorie, essentially what I do, I look at homes that have storm damage on them. In this area, we had multiple storms. Have winds travel up to 130 miles per hour. Hail travels up to 70 to 80 miles per hour. So it does a lot of damage to roofs. So
Hmm.
when I see a damaged roof, I certainly make sure I get the owner's permission, but I do a free inspection of the roof. I take pictures and everything, and me knowing what damaged roofs look like. I've been trained. I know what shingles. I know every single feature of a roof. I know what storm damage looks like. I take pictures of that. Then we do a free claim with their homeowners insurance. A lot of people don't know about the benefit of homeowners
Right.
insurance and what it enables them to do. So it's another thing. If people knew better, they would do better. So if people would take the opportunity to have a home that's 15 years old or more,
Right.
would really call me and go on my website and sign up for a free inspection because
Yeah.
your insurance company pays for it. And then
Mm.
simply I walk them through the insurance process. The adjuster for the insurance company comes out, my roofer comes out, they go up on their roof. They give them a 100% free inspection of the roof, the gutters, the siding, the downspouts, the everything, the
Right.
soffit, everything, and within 5 days they have the full comprehensive report. If they're approved, they get a free roof. Lord, many of my clients have gotten free roofs and gutters and downspouts for $500. The lowest deductible one of my clients said
Yeah.
for was $250, all free.
People don't know.
They sold
People
it.
don't know.
They
You know,
paying the same premium. They're not paying anything. It's your benefit.
yeah, but
All
people
types of
don't know that.
insurance.
And
People
that's
don't
your
know.
message to make sure people know more about it. Like it's not just one of those costs that's part of our mortgage. A lot of times we forget about what the
Yes.
heck does it really take care of? And
Yes.
we have to really remember the things that we're paying into.
Yes.
Don't forget, if something comes up around the house, and you need to check, especially with the roof, you need to check with the insurance company. But Donald's in place to make sure because insurance companies are going to be paid.
Yes.
They're going to be paid,
They
but they're
have to buy a
gatekeepers.
certain amount of, they insurance companies have to buy a certain amount of roofs. So remember, it's just storm damage, but let us do the free inspection. So what I want to
Yes.
tell them, just finish the process really quickly. Our adjuster comes out along with their insurance adjuster just to
Mhm.
be an advocate. They go on the roof and advocate, hey, this is storm damage, this shingle, boom, 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 and show them. Because if we
Right.
didn't, the insurance companies exist to make money. Right. So
Exactly.
we aid in that process. And
Mhm.
then whatever they get, we put that toward, and the insurance company determines what the cost of the roof is. So
Yeah.
that's why it's free. And then if they want to get a new roof, because the only
Love
reason
it.
why I'm going there is because they need one because it's
Yeah.
aged and it's going to start leaking every time it rains. You don't have a tarp over your roof, so eventually it's going to
It's going
start
to be
leaking.
bad.
Then we
And
replace the roof and we save
so
the.
that's what, and I think that's the sad part is that even a homeowner has to have that issue. If they go directly to their own insurance company, they'll probably get told no.
They will get told no.
But you guys are the ones that help carry that through so that it helps with a yes and
Yeah.
get a check to get the service actually taken care of. So I love this
Yeah.
service work that
I
you're
think of
doing.
it like this, Lori. We're advocates for them. It's like you going to court without an attorney. If you go
Exactly.
to court
It's same
without
thing.
an attorney and the other person has an attorney, you're in
Hmm.
trouble.
That's right.
So we represent you and we fight on your behalf to prove that
Right.
you have, because the only reason why I'm even in the conversation with you is because I know you got storm damage, but I'm not the insurance company, but
Yeah.
we can influence it and we do a great
Yeah.
job at it. My
Yeah.
customer reviews are what I really love the most. And I get referrals. People that I do a new roof for, they're referring me to people that's buying a house.
Yeah.
People that's buying a house, because they got a new roof, we have incentive in
You're
place,
saving money.
money for referrals as well. So everybody is winning.
Yeah.
We are using the money that you got to pay for because even if you don't get a claim, they're gonna still go up on your insurance. So you might as well
Yeah.
file a claim.
Yeah. I don't think people understand it's very similar to real estate as well. You have a realtor to help guide you through the process, and typically
Professional.
that compensation is paid by the seller of the property. So why not have somebody represent you? So I love what you're doing. Everything touches. You got into restoration because you knew real estate. It's nothing different. It's not like you're selling vitamins. You're actually in the same industry to be able to help people. Also to help realtors as well, because they've got a book of business. They're not restoration specialists like you, but all of the realtors that you've worked with, other deals, other people that I know, all that needs to be a message out there for a lot of real estate agents because their clients don't know about you.
Quick pause before we continue. I'm Lorie Woodruff, your business coach, and I know what it feels like to have a head full of ideas, but no clear plan for which one to pursue. That's exactly why I created the VIP Intensive Day. You and I, not a group, we spend 6 to 8 focused hours turning your ideas into a clear business strategy. and using AI and technology to help you start building and launching it. You don't need another idea. You need a clear move. So if you feel like this is the year to finally bring your vision to life, check the description below and learn how to reserve your VIP intensive day. See you on the inside. Now let's get back to this conversation because it's pretty good.
Absolutely.
So keep it
Appreciate you
going.
helping put the word out because I can definitely help. And many of our cohorts have been assisting me, Lorie. Most of my business now is coming off of referrals. I've helped some of your clients.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a
And I'll keep them
joy.
coming.
You definitely, and it's a joy because that's what we do. I've done the same. It's all about exposure. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want to keep the door open more than just the popular song. I really want to keep the door open for people. I want to shine the light
I love
because
that.
most people don't know. And if you're in darkness, when somebody comes and turn on a light, first thing people do is resist it. And that's what people do with knowledge because it's something different.
It's new.
It's new. It's like, oh, but man, this is a benefit. So hit me up. I'll explain it to you more in person. But
Yeah, definitely. If you are a real estate professional or you know someone that owns a property, definitely don't try to do this alone. And if you know, like the client that I had referred to you, she didn't know anything about insurance could do this. So I'm glad that we talked, and this needs to be more. Every time that you help somebody save money, they're going to be with you for life. So they're going to definitely be calling you and referring you
you know what I learned, Lorie?
down the line.
People don't care about how much you know. They care about how much you care.
That's it.
And when you show people you truly care, that's a lifelong relationship. See, I'm not transactional at all. I'm
Yeah,
in it for the lifetime.
right.
You know what I mean? And when I commit in a relationship, and to me, that's what a business is. It's a relationship. That's like a treaty, a contract. It's a covenant between two people. And all I can control is what I can control, which is
That's it.
myself. So I'm going
That's
to
it.
give everybody excellent service and help them. And
We'll
knock
keep
on
them
wood,
coming.
it's going to continue.
I will definitely keep them coming your way.
I
So
appreciate
let's talk about multiple streams of income and your thoughts on this. Since you have experienced it, we both have experienced multiple streams of income. Do you believe people need to do it, or what do you think they need to do in order to get in front of one stream of income?
Well, man, I've always had multiple streams of income my entire life. So I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what people think that's not
Mhm.
doing it right. But I think what hinders a lot of people is exposure. And a lot of
That's
people
it.
don't know how to manage their 24 hours that they get in a day. A lot of people are amazed at what I'm able to accomplish, but I'm very disciplined. And I
Yeah,
learned that as
that's the
an
key.
athlete. That's why I work out. You're not going to see me all out of shape. And that's a discipline that I do. I'm going to stay active because you can't separate those things. That's
Right.
who you are. So who you are is going to continue to either grow or it's going to continue to shrink.
Hmm.
So, the multiple streams of income, what stops most people is time management.
True.
Most people don't prioritize and they don't want it bad enough. And a lot of people follow other people. But it's all
Yeah.
about how bad you want it, Lord, because all of us, God gives all of us a hand, and we can't throw our hand in. Our job is to maximize our hand and play our hand to the fullest. A
True.
lot of people, all you got to do is put forth the effort and ask God to show you your talents and your passion and do what you're passionate about. I've always made money off of what I was passionate about. When I was in college, I was a college star. So they would pay me to go speak at camps. I would make money. I would tutor kids, do training way back then before it became popular up in Georgetown. They giving me $500 for an hour, then coming to the games, treating me to dinner after that. That's entrepreneur stuff. When I was
Yeah.
in college on scholarship, I was selling magazines over the summer. I'm on full scholarship at Old Dominion University. Then I worked in retail sales. Then I sold computer training.
Hmm.
I sold timeshare cancellations. Then I was for 25 years, I was sold document management industry, Xerox, Canon, Icon. I was a regional vice president. So I know what it's like to grind. I started on the street. It's easy for me.
Everybody doesn't grind like that. And, and, and
and that's why
that's the thing. They say they want it.
that's why those people won't have multiple income streams, because
That's
they
it.
can't master one. And I never went to another revenue stream until I mastered the one that I was doing.
I love you. I'm glad you said that, because a lot
Never.
of people talk about they want it. Even in my coaching sessions, I'm hearing what they want, but the actions tell me, no, I want to go home and just watch Netflix.
Absolutely.
So, it's wild how many people talk about, I want that and I'm broke. And I'm like, well, then what are we doing about it? So you said the key word there is discipline. So it's got to be there. And one thing I had mentioned on another podcast is the rooms make a difference that you go in. If you're in rooms with people who are just talking about nothing, think about when you ask somebody, how's your day? How you feeling?
Mhm.
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing. That's exactly what's going on. But if someone asks me the question, I started paying attention to what mentors are saying and how they answer questions. How's everything going? Amazing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's a big difference. I mean, it's amazing. But people who are not used to
Talent.
that, it shocks them. They're like, amazing. Well, why are you so happy? I'm like,
I
why
get it all
else
the
would
time.
I not be?
You'll never, that's what I say, because that's how I feel. I had it 3 times today. I get it every day
It
because
surprises people. It's
it's
shocking how many.
outstanding. It's amazing because I am a thermostat. I'm not a thermometer.
Hmm.
A thermometer goes up and down. A thermostat sets the
That's
temperature.
right. That's
So
right.
I know who I am. So why
Mhm.
would all I worry about with both of my revenue streams and all my endeavors, and I tell the people, Lorie, not only do with this company now, do I not I train people and I hire people. So that's another
Good.
revenue stream. So if anybody on here and you're looking for a stable income, call me. Go
Hmm.
online. I can hire you. I have the authority to hire
He's the man.
full
He is.
salary
He is the man.
benefits, and I will train you.
Love
But
him.
if you don't do what's right, I will also fire you. And that's just
Discipline. The
discipline. But
discipline.
I'll
Right.
teach you. All I can do is fan the flame, but you got to come with the flame. If you
Right.
come with the flame, I promise you, I know this is 35 years of proven experience, and I'm still learning every single day.
And you're here today. So when it comes down to someone, let's say it's a peer in your industry, it's another realtor, mortgage lender, and they're having a slow month, and that happens. What would you tell someone? What do they need to do first in order for them to find their next income move?
First of all, I would say they need to find out why they're struggling where they are. Don't look to jump ship, because then you're not making any money. So that's the worst time to start something, is when you're struggling doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, number one, I would never instruct anybody to go try to start something. And I would have them quit that first and find something that they can really go all in, because you need a cash cow. See, until real estate became stable for me, I couldn't go out and because I was 100% in real estate, and I still am.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
now, because I became so successful in real estate, because I'm constantly being coached, I have processes in place, I have people around me that I can do more, I'm delegating more, I'm developing myself more. See, but I've been doing this for a long time. So somebody starting, I would say, get great at one thing. Don't be a jack of all trades and master
Right.
of none.
Hmm.
Don't even think about multiples until you can master, until you can say,
One thing.
very good at what I'm doing. Don't
Yeah.
think about, because all you're going to do is do two average, pitiful things. And
Right.
you're going to be that lifelong entrepreneur that don't make any money and don't help anybody. Don't be
Right.
that person.
And there's lots of things that touch our industry. There's home staging, there's decluttering, there's what you do in restoration, credit. I partnered with a credit repair company, so people don't know there's so many things that they have to find within themselves.
What
One of
you
the things
do
I
is what
found
I
in
do. You repair people credit, I repair people home.
it's
We
all
do the same
touching. I mean,
thing.
it's all connected, but it has to be something that even in sessions when I'm asking people, what do you like? It's not about what Donald does. It's not about what Michelle does. It's not about, oh, they're making money in it. We've got to figure out what you want to do, because if it's not something that you're passionate about, you're going to be out. because
I
you're
would
not
tell them
making
the
enough
first thing I
money.
would tell somebody is go ask God to lead them as
For
to
sure.
who they supposed to go
Hmm.
mentor with. Go be a mentor. If they want to, whatever they want to be, whatever you want to be, go find somebody that's doing what you want to do and
Love it.
go mentor. Don't
Mhm.
bug them, but find out what they're doing. See, Kobe Bryant didn't have to see Michael Jordan. All he had to do was find out Mike's practice patterns and his
That's it.
movements and all of that.
That's
That's
it.
why coaches,
Watch.
all you got to do is if your people that you coach, if my people that I coach just did what I told them to do and nothing else, they would be so successful.
Right. And
But
it
it's a
works.
mentality. You got to sell out. How bad do you want it?
That's the end
You
of the
pay
day.
for a coach for a reason because I'm not coaching you for free. So when you come to me, you paying. So you're going to pay me not to listen to me. It's like going to the doctor and they tell you, and people do it all the time. People die. They say, don't eat this, and they keep eating it and they die. They say, don't smoke this. They keep
It's a
smoking.
choice. It's a choice.
Choices
Yeah.
have invoices and life gives you receipts. The Bible says this, I give you every decision I give placed before you, life and death, blessings and curses. Then he give you a hint. He said, choose life. So
Mhm.
every choice, we have two decisions to make. Either we're going to do it or we're not going to do it. And then
That's
the
it.
second decision is, are we going to do it with efficacy? Or are we just going to do it to say we do it? Because there's so many
Yeah.
people that got
Two
real
different
estate
things.
licenses and they don't sell a house. Do you know 79% of the people haven't sold a house this year, Laura?
Yo, we could
Of
talk
course.
about this all day. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
my
yeah.
bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We're not going to do that.
But no, but so what I'm saying,
But that's the same thing as far as effort.
how
It's
you
a
gonna have
choice.
multiple revenue streams if you not can't, but okay, but you asking me how you start, get rid of that and go put your focus on what you need to do, get that
Mhm.
built up, ask God to show you what you can add to it,
First,
complement it, and go do it to the best of your ability.
I love that.
Keep people in mind and not money, and you'll be
I,
successful.
I learned I had to ask God first because sometimes my opinions of what I want to do is a joke, backfires. So I'm glad you said that. That's confirmation as well. Yes, I have to ask God first. And then He leads me to the right people. The right people just call out of the blue, just situations just kind of fall into place. So I'm loving everything. That's why we connected most. We're like minded, we're in the community serving. And I love more people like you because you get it. It's not just about the dollar, and that type of person people can spot a mile away. So definitely make sure people can connect. In the show notes, I'll make sure that you guys can get totally connected to Donald, whether it's Facebook, Instagram. You've got to be able to connect with him. And he can certainly answer all questions about the restoration as possible. So
Let me interrupt for just a moment because this may be for you. I'm Lorie Woodruff, your business building coach. And one of the things I love most is helping people recognize that what they already know may be the beginning of their next income stream. Yes, you have enough, you've done enough courses, you have exactly what you need. Now, during my VIP intensive day, we're going to spend a full day together identifying your best business opportunity, building that strategy out, and creating the tools you need to start moving forward. Your dream deserves more than another year of waiting, no more procrastination. So, if this is the time to get serious about your idea and finally create a plan around it, take a look at the description below. I'd love to work with you. Now, I'll see you on the inside. Let's get back to the conversation.
I wanted to close out with something,
Okay.
with a question, just really asking you, what would you tell the person listening who knows they are capable of more,
Mhm.
but they're afraid to step into something new?
I would tell them, first of all, to get the app on their phone and Google Miracle Morning, change my life. It's all about mindset. It's going to help you manage the days and
Yeah,
manage what you need to do to each day because you can't just keep driving your car without going to the gas station, without getting a checkup, tune up, without getting the air balancing your tires. So, you have to fuel yourself properly.
right.
Um, who you believe you are is who you are. Because
Yeah,
if you really believe it, there should be some fruit. There should be some corresponding action. So I would say, do what God did. He began with the end in mind.
yeah,
So see where you want to be and see yourself there now. Before I became who I am now, I always saw myself this way. And I've been a very successful entrepreneur for 30 years. But it started, and I come from I didn't have a dad, didn't find out who my dad was until I was 21 years old.
Mhm.
Okay. Didn't use that as an excuse. Was first person in
Oh,
my family to go to college. Not only did I get a bachelor's free, but I got a master's degree for free. When I started the entrepreneurship thing at 25 years old, people thought I was crazy for going door to door selling vacuum cleaners after working at Gonzaga High School for a year. What they didn't realize is I was making 4 times the money that they was making, and every time I sold a vacuum cleaner through serving people, I was making a very, very nice living for my family.
hmm.
And it just built me to the discipline and being able to serve people. And here's the most important thing, Laura. You got to learn how to handle rejection,
Yeah,
because people are going to reject you and your dreams and your advice and your help more
it's natural.
often than people are going to accept it. But you can't allow that to stop you from striving to be great. So
Yeah,
you got to see yourself where you want to be and be committed to putting the time in and stack a good day. The elephant, if you take a big bite, you can't swallow it whole. It's one bite at a time. So focus, major on the majors and minor on the minors. Don't step over dollars to pick up pennies. Don't minimize
that's
what
true.
you should be maximizing. And the main thing is don't despise small beginnings. Every
Very
time
true.
you have a success and you're changing your behavior and your thought patterns, you need to celebrate yourself. And I
Yeah.
would tell you to read another book outside of Miracle Morning, adapt that principle. But the last one is read Atomic Habits. I
Oh
read
my goodness.
more and more and more. Atomic Habits. You already know. And
That's
it's
so good.
and it's many of the books, Lori, they tell people all the time, if you want to hide something from people that don't really want it, put it in a book.
It's definitely there.
Put it in a book. If you want
It's
to
there.
put it, so it's about the discipline. Put yourself on a regimen. Don't just sit around gazing on the internet or searching Facebook or looking at TV or looking at sports or playing sports or spending 4 or 5 hours at the gym. Like,
Yeah.
saying you got to prioritize what you want out of your life, because unfortunately, all of us only get the same amount of hours per day, 20.
Yeah.
And we can't work all 24 of them.
Mm-mm. They try,
You
but
can,
it's not gonna
yeah,
happen.
those are the people with the fake multiple income streams. They killing us. That ain't the multiple income stream I'm talking about.
No, no sleep crew, huh?
No,
No, I like to
no
rest.
vacations. No vacations too. Not just resting at my
Yeah.
house. But I like to fly. I like to go places
Yeah, I know you vacation a lot.
all the
So
time. Yeah.
and eat well.
Yes.
So in order to have that,
Got to work hard.
changing, like we mentioned, changing the rooms are major. And it comes to not just about of lip service for somebody. If you are willing and open to making that, you have to understand how people are making these moves ahead. And
Yeah.
you have to get into the rooms, connect with a Donald, connect with the Lorie, connect with people that are doing what you want to do. They are more open to talk with you more than you know.
I
I'm
tell people
I
all the
love talking
time,
to people brand new about a new business idea, but people are nervous about, oh, he's too busy, she's too busy. No, we want to see you do well.
I tell people all the time, and I tell my children, I have 3 grown children. I tell them all the time, people will judge you by the people that you hang around. And I used to tell my son, man, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And I
Hmm.
used to tell him, and I tell people, don't be the tallest midget. If you're the most successful person in your group, get a new group. If you're the
I hear that.
smartest person in your group, you need to be around some people to make you feel like you ain't doing nothing, and learn to celebrate that you are doing something because you're
Yeah,
doing what you're supposed to do. And if you keep stacking good days, you're going to be to where you're supposed to be. Stop looking at other people. People need to determine what success is to them and understand what that is and stick to that, because it has
yeah,
nothing to do with anybody else. It should have everything to do with reaching their potential, because from the time we're born to the time we expire, all of us going to die. There's a dash.
that's it.
What are we going to do
What
with
are you
that?
doing? What are you doing during that
What
time
are we going
period?
to do with the day? Lord, there's seasons in their life. We only get a certain amount of time in our life to grind. If you have
Hmm.
life change, baby, death, divorce, separation, all of that stuff
It's a lot.
happens. So you got
Hmm.
to maximize the days that you have,
Yeah,
because what you do today, you will live in tomorrow. What you living in today is what you've been doing previous time. The
that's right.
epitome of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Over and over again. During the pandemic, I was in learning mode and I cut cable off I
Yes.
cut all of that off. I was like, all right, I'm subscribing to YouTube University. And there was a mentor that I had connected with, and I'm just watching him. Again, God led me to this person and only this person only. I'm watching him, I'm listening to him, and his mentorship was $45,000.
Yep.
Yeah. To the average person, they're like, why would you spend that? And I'm like, you have no idea what's inside of
Where
this
you
group.
going?
Where I know this group is going and where it's going to take me are two different things. So yeah, I invested in that group. And as soon as it depends who you tell that story to, if I tell that to you, it's like, good. What did you get out of it? But if I'm speaking to someone else that doesn't understand investing in themselves, then they're like, that's a lot of money.
But the people that they go see play basketball play their trainers hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's a difference
Why
in
wouldn't you pay your
entertainment
business?
versus
Because they
education.
looking at the dividend that they're going to get. That's why trainers make so much money as they should,
Mm-hmm.
because they are developing people. People pay me top dollar for my coaching. So I get it. And you paid that money because it elevated you. You saw it
Made that
to
money
where it was
well
supposed
over.
to be.
Yeah.
Of course, that ain't no
Hmm.
money.
That
It
was
was
the goal,
some
like you
money to
said.
some. It was some money to me years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got to look at the big picture, that's what I'm saying. Major on the majors, minor on the minors.
All
You know,
right.
don't step over
Think of the
dollar.
end in mind. I knew where I wanted to be. And if I saw he was making that kind of money on a weekly basis, then
Listen
I
to
knew.
him. Listen
Weekly
to him.
basis. Okay.
Who's
So
the
get
same
into the
thing?
rooms, guys. You all, I want to thank you so much, Donald. This has been a wonderful conversation.
Man, I had a great time, Lorie. I hope the viewers enjoyed it just as much. I hope they
Well,
make some comments or reach out or whatever. But
I
kudos
think
to you.
I think they're going to be well open to get some real estate conversations going with you, and definitely open up
For the help.
anybody that's needing that has a roof, that has the question mark about restoration and can I get my roof replaced? Don't try to guess it. Don't try to do it alone. Definitely reach out to Donald and just figure out what your case looks like. So Donald, thank you so much for coming through. Guys, I'll drop all his information down below so you can stay connected. But once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Your Next Income Move podcast, and we'll see you on the next one.